Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
Dennis Rodman.
That's supposed. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm back in Houston, so it's all good.
How you feeling today, man?
It's all good, man. Got a good workout. I'm fine.
Oh, now you got up early. You get up early to work out, huh?
Oh yeah, 7 o'clock.
You still work out every morning?
Absolutely.
Really?
What does the Dennis Rodman workout regimen look like?
Well, back in the day, you used to, come in at 6 o'clock in the morning, all night drinking. Get up, go to the gym at 8 o'clock in the morning, go practice, play a game. Mm-hmm. That's what my regimen back then. But now, no drinking. I'm all good.
Yeah, we saw the 30 for 30. Michael Jordan said he didn't think you would live to be 40 because of your ability to drink, play, party, drink, play, party.
Oh yeah, man. But I'm here though. That's the main thing. I'm here.
Did you ever think you would see past 40? Or you was just in the moment?
Well, listen, when I turned 40, I got in a helicopter, jumped out of a helicopter, went to a party, had a good time. I'm 58 years old. I'm still living.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
What a life.
I really enjoyed your 30 for 30, man.
It was cool, man. It was cool.
It was tough to watch, though. Your life was not easy at all.
It's very tough. I mean, I think a lot of people around the world can relate to that. I think the people that in the 60s and 70s can really relate to that. Mm-hmm. I think the kids today between the 2000 and to 2020 can relate to that because everything's been coming too easy for them today. Mm-hmm. And I think the kids will be relevant as far as like the guys that used to play basketball in the 90s and 2000. I think a lot of guys could be relevant again with this documentary.
Have you been able to watch it?
Well, man, I gotta be by myself. I gotta be by myself.
You shot up almost a foot though.
Yeah, I did.
In order to be able to play basketball. How long did that take? Like that process?
You give a lot of short kids a lot of hope, man.
Yeah. I think when I was 18, I was 5'6". When I was 19, about 5'7", 8 maybe. After I got out of jail, I shot up to like 6'8".
That's crazy.
Then,
that jail food.
Yeah, so after that, lived in the street for 2 years. After that, went to college, 3 years in college. Started playing basketball like 25, 26. So, what's up?
That's such a different story than anybody else in the NBA.
Well, not really. I think a couple guys came out like them was like 26, 27 with the G League.
But never
I'm talking
played
about
ball is crazy. You never played ball like
it wasn't like you grew up in high school.
No, I didn't play ball in high school. I was more of a, I could say a mama's boy because I hang around my sisters every day because I never had a male figure.
Right.
So I hung around my sisters.
And they were better at ball than you.
Oh my God, I was like a football player. Then I got nervous when I got in the 9th grade, and I started to follow my sisters around. They played volleyball, basketball. So they went to Louisiana Tech. Stephen F. Austin, All-Americans, went over to Japan, played over there. Then all of a sudden, I grew up. Next thing I know, I'm in the NBA. Then when things started to happen.
Mm-hmm. When did you turn into the bad boy? That's one thing I was wanted to know because we watched you early on and you were kind of mild-mannered. You didn't want to fight.
No.
Shy.
And then when Detroit came,
sure.
you was throwing people out the gym.
Well, I think I became the bad boy because I think it was Rick Mahorn, Bill Lambier, John Sally, and all the rest of the guys. Isaiah was the leader. But I think I was more like the mild-mannered guy on the team. I just wanted to go out there rah, just throw my hands over there and just have a good time just playing basketball. I think I became that when we lost in 91 series against Chicago. Mm-hmm. That's when I started to get rebellious. Mm-hmm. That's when things started to crumble on the team. Everybody started to, everybody's going to the other team. Then when Chuck Daly left, that was it. I was done.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting on the 30 for 30 to see how much love y'all have for each other. Like Isaiah had to walk off camera when he started talking about, you being on the Pistons and you didn't drink, you didn't smoke, but then he saw the change and he couldn't do anything about it because y'all weren't on the same team.
Right.
How did that make you feel when you saw that?
Well, I didn't say it. That's why I told you I didn't say it because I didn't want to say it. Because
wow.
I know because, it brings back too much hurt memories and stuff like that because I think that when you lose something that's close, like in Detroit, when you come from a family thing in Oklahoma, it felt like that you just got everything just taken away from you just all of a sudden. Then all of a sudden you just by yourself. Mm-hmm. And Isaiah been there from day one. He was like a brother, a mother, a father. I was the only one there, and he was the only one that took care of me.
You never had that family feel on another team again?
Well, at that time, I became Dennis Rodman.
Mm-hmm.
I became this guy, Right. So when I was with Detroit, I was more like a follower, So follow what I was trying to learn things in the NBA because when I got in the NBA, I knew nothing about the game. I never had a role model.
Right.
And so I had to try to grow up on that one.
Do you think if you would have stayed with the Pistons, your life would have been different? Like you'd have never went down that, I guess, crazy Dennis Rodman path?
Well, let's put it like this. In a short sentence, I wouldn't be sitting here today if you realize that. I wouldn't be interesting. I wouldn't be like global.
Right.
Yeah.
If I stayed in Detroit, I'd be like that, having kids, being a dad, and stuff like that.
It's a regular guy.
I'll be a regular guy, So I had to take that, and unfortunately I did make that turn. So I guess it's for better or for worse.
Could you play in today's league?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Easily.
You don't think it's too soft?
I'm not worried about soft. I think my mentality would be changed, but I think the league is more like corporate now. It's very, very corporate. I think that guys have been buddies. Guys want to play with their friends and stuff like that. When you saw back in the '80s, you saw Isaiah and Magic on half court kiss each other, right? It's kind of fucked up. I mean, I'm sorry. Well, but I was saying now it's more like, okay, great, let's go on a banana boat in summertime, hang out, and all that. But it's like when you see guys that are friends in the league, they really don't go at each other. Mm-hmm. It's more like, you score 40, I score 40. I see it dinner tonight. It's more like that. And plus, when they're making $40, $50 million a year, and then the coach said, you know what, I think you're tired. Take 2 weeks off. Really? 2 weeks off, making $50 million a year. And people pay hard money to go see these guys play. Mm-hmm. So it's hard. It's tough to watch.
Why'd you say Magic and Isaiah kissing was fucked up?
It's fucked up? Oh, now you can cuss?
Why'd you say it was fucked up?
I didn't know.
Why'd you think that was fucked up?
No, I just know. I think it was kind of more like, okay, great. It was acceptable back then because everyone knew they was best friends and stuff like that. But it's funny though, in society how back then when Magic came out with the HIV, when he announced it, and people don't address this too much. When he came out with the HIV and said that I contracted HIV,
people thought he was gay.
But you know what? No one ever questioned him how he got it.
No,
they never did. They never
Not
did.
in the media.
They never questioned how he got it.
Women,
but I'm just saying they never questioned how he got it. But in today's society, if he said today, literally, there'll be like 2,000 girls coming at his ass today.
Right.
Back then, nobody came back at him because Magic Johnson, the NBA protected him. And so, but even today, he still won't come out and say how that affected how he got it. Till today, he won't say it.
When he was up here, I asked him. I said, "Do you ever look at all the track list of women that you was with and say it was that dirty ass girl in Michigan?" And he was like, "Yeah, I did think things like that back then."
I think it was those parties in Hawaii.
Parties in Hawaii?
Oh, he had those real good parties in Hawaii.
You been to a couple?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What did you catch?
I didn't catch anything.
Okay.
I caught 3 cases of divorce. I got that. I caught those 3 right there. Right? The 3 cases.
It's interesting about you because I think you could teach a class on promotion and marketing. Because when you look at all of the guys like the Magics and the Birds and the Michael Jordans, it's like other entities made them popular. Whether it was Nike, Converse.
Well, that's the key right there. It's amazing how if you look at, like I say, you look at the branch of the decades. Who was the main people that branched themselves in the 80s? Can you name them? In sports.
That branded themselves?
Themselves in the 80s. Themselves.
Did
No corporate sponsors.
Nobody.
No, nobody.
Okay.
Nobody.
Who branded themselves in the 90s?
Dennis Rodman.
Thank you. Who branded themselves in 2000? Who's branding themselves today?
Nobody themselves.
By myself.
Not themselves.
By myself.
Maybe,
By myself.
Maybe Allen Iverson.
Well, no.
Maybe AI.
No.
I gotta give it to AI because the tattoos, the cornrows.
Well, the cornrows, but you know what?
The bad boy.
But it's funny. But it's funny though. All of a sudden now, the city of Philadelphia, brotherly love, stuff like that. Rocky, Joe Frazier,
right?
Right. But they embrace him so much, and they actually gave him a job. Just keep him relevant. Mm-hmm. If he wasn't in that situation, not a lot of players in the 90s that's out the league now are relevant. Yeah. No one talks about him, and it's like amazing. Even in the early 2000s, a lot of guys not relevant anymore. with our social media, Instagram and stuff like that. But it's amazing though. Ever since 1993, 2020, I'm probably the only guy really that's relevant. Haven't done a damn thing.
But it's a balance.
Haven't done nothing. No promotion, no commercials, no this, 30 for 30, pretty much. But if you look at it.
Yeah, but you got things that last the test of time. First of all, you got a career, and you got a book. You know what I'm saying?
Only one book?
I only remember the one. I'm sorry.
Only one book?
Yeah.
That's it? How old are you, 20?
40. 41.
Okay, great. Okay, cool.
But do you ever look at hip-hop and everything that's going out and be like, that's me? Because you think about it, back then when you were in the league and you painted your nails and you dyed your hair and you did the earrings and the stuff that people called weird back then. Right. Now it seems like that's hip-hop.
It is hip-hop now, right? Like, hip-hop is taking over the world right now, right? And all these young kids, man, I went to Rolling Loud. I went to Rolling Loud, dude. I went there, dude. I felt old as hell. And I saw these young kids like 18, 19, 20. I'm like, this kid's 18 years old, got more money than me. Literally got more money than me and rapping. And most of these guys, they're actually smart. These kids are actually smart.
Right. It's a different type of marketing now. Like, imagine if you did have social media when you were coming up.
Oh, dude, I had social media. I had Instagram. It wasn't live. It wasn't on the radio. If I had it back then, I'd be a billionaire.
Easily.
I'd easily be a billionaire because I was the only one doing it.
Yeah, you was.
I was the only one doing all that crazy stuff.
You was hanging out with Madonna.
I was hanging with Madonna,
that was crazy.
Sharon Stone. I was hanging out with, that girl that married the guy from the W Hotel, Carmen Electra. I know, a lot of people, Jenny McCarthy, all these people, man.
They say you broke up with Madonna because you didn't want to get her pregnant. She wanted to get pregnant. Why you want to get Madonna pregnant?
Oh, I tried.
Okay, you didn't say that. All right. Okay.
I tried over here, over there by Central Park. She had that big 3-story place over there. I was rolling the dice in Vegas, and that's a good story. That's one a good story. I was rolling the dice in Vegas, and she's in New York. She calls, and next thing you know, the pit boss said, "Hey, Dennis, you got a call from Madonna." He just screams it, right? And I said, "What the hell with you, man? That's bullcrap, right?" So he said, "No, Dennis, you got a call from Madonna." So I said, "Hold the dice, get the calls," and she said, "Dennis, you know what? I'm ovulating." I said, "What?" You're ovulating? I said, "What is that?" I'm trying to fuck with it, right? No, ovulating. I said, "Okay, great." So I'll be there in 5 hours. So I put the dice down. I said, "Hold the table."
Hold the table.
That's what I said. Hold the table. And they do that shit. They hold the table. So they do that. So they do that. If you got money, they do that. So anyway, she sent a plane for me, G5. I went to the airport, came here, flew here, went over that thing over to her house, did my thing, went back on the plane, got back, they held the table, started playing dice again.
So you just went there, had sex, got on the plane, and went back.
That's a true story. That's all.
Was there at least some foreplay? Did you put some music on?
No.
You just got right to it.
I'm trying to get back to the table, man.
I'd have been like, you can't stay and cuddle or nothing.
You get Madonna pregnant, you really hitting the lottery.
Yes.
Do people cuddle?
Of course.
Do you pay for that?
No.
You don't?
Pay to cuddle?
Yeah.
Did she pay you for stop it? Knock it off.
Well, come on now.
Lover.
No, but come on now. In L.A., they're doing a new thing in L.A. They have sex in the evenings, like 3 o'clock. If you have sex, you wash your sheets and call somebody else. That's a Hollywood thing now.
Yeah, that's what them young kids
At least
doing.
they wash the sheets.
Yeah, they wash the sheets. See, okay, right?
That's them young kids.
Was you winning that much that you had to get back to the table?
Yeah, I did.
So
Did you get lucky that night on the table?
No, I got lucky with Lamar Hunt's daughter.
So wait a minute. Why couldn't
Come on, man. You asked me an easy question.
Okay.
Why couldn't Madonna get pregnant? Was it you or her?
What?
I guess.
It just doesn't happen sometimes.
It doesn't, right?
Yeah, she has kids.
You got
Can
kids?
you answer the question?
You got kids?
No.
Great. Great. So,
do you give credit to Madonna for making you a star?
No.
John Sally said that it was Madonna that.
It's the other way around.
Okay.
It's the other way around.
You made Madonna star?
Yeah. In 1993, I think her career was declining. And she said that, the reason why she dated me because I was a bad boy. That's why she dated me. Mm-hmm. So I was going up, and she was pretty much leveling off.
Mm-hmm. Were you disappointed that you didn't get her pregnant?
No. Well.
That would add to the legend. That would add to the legend.
Well, she asked me that if I got her pregnant, she'll pay me $20 million.
What?
Whatever.
And you was at the gambling at the table?
That's if the baby was born. So,
$20 million?
Yep.
They should have stayed there for a week straight.
That's some expensive sperm.
Yeah, well, you know.
I wonder if she made anybody else that offer.
Well, she did, right?
I don't know.
Well, who she dancing? Was she dating a dancer?
I don't know who Madonna. I remember Sean Penn.
Sean Penn and
Big
some
Daddy
dancer.
Kane.
Big Daddy Kane at one point. Pop.
All the bad boys.
Yeah.
All the bad boys, right?
Wow.
You got a shot, Charlamagne.
Shut up, I'm married. Listen, on the doc, they said it was a 3-year period where you was more popular than Michael Jordan. Do you believe that?
Michael Jordan said that, right? He said that.
No, I don't think he said it on the doc.
Well, he said it somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Wow. Globally?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody was doing what you were doing.
No one's doing what I was doing. I think Michael Jordan, you know, I don't think he really cares because Michael Jordan's Michael Jordan. He's very relevant now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's like I think the second billionaire athlete. Mm-hmm. Tiger was first, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it feels like he's more private about everything, and you were more like, I'm Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, I think that in Chicago, I was more popular than he was for like 2 years. Mm-hmm. I didn't care, man. I just want to go play and win, have a good time.
What was your relationship with him? Because I know when you played on Detroit, y'all hated each other. So when you came to the Bulls, was there a conversation or was it like let's just win?
Let's go win. That's it. We never really talked off the court. We never really talked. One time we ever saw each other off the court, it's when like we go to a restaurant and next thing you know, we go to a restaurant. Michael Jordan have 8 bodyguards. Scottie Pippen have 7 bodyguards. I have like 6, and we actually made a triangle in a restaurant. Mm-hmm. A triangle. It was like that at a restaurant. We never ever talked in public.
Really?
Never did.
Who do you speak to in the league now? Or speak to that was in the league with before? Any athletes that you speak to now?
I just talked to Scottie the other day. He's on the Get Up, right?
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen.
Mm-hmm.
I was with him the other day. It's cool to see him. I haven't seen him in a while. I really don't talk to too many people.
Right.
You know.
Michael told a story on the 30 for 30 about how Scottie didn't want you on the team. So he was with it, Phil was with it, but Scottie was like, hell no. What was that first conversation with Scottie like when you walked into that facility?
And we went to Jerry Cross's house, and we all, me, Scottie, Michael, Phil, his wife, and we all had to go break bread at GM's house, and Scottie didn't talk to me, so I didn't care.
He didn't talk to you the whole first meeting?
No, he didn't talk to me. So I didn't care. Like I said, my whole saying in one of my books, I said, I don't have to like you to work. I don't have to sit there. I want to come here to win.
Right.
That's it.
I want to come here and win. I don't give a damn how we do it. Let's do it, right?
We don't have to be friends.
Like when we have to be friends, I think people today in the league today, any sport today, they take that so personal, the ego shit, the ego thing they got now. It's like, wow, okay, great. Odell Beckham, look at him. He's over there in Cleveland, right? He's bitching and complaining. He's won a fucking $500,000 watch on the field.
They said it might not be real.
It ain't real. There's no way it's real. Nope. So
you and Scottie never had a conversation? You had to have a conversation at some point.
we talked after a while. After 6 months when I was there, we
6 months?
Right. 6 months. Yeah. After 6 months, we started talking on the court and off the court and stuff like that. But it's strange. So after the first year I was in Chicago, after we won the first championship, and second year, it was amazing. All the guys are married and stuff like that, and all the wives would come to me and say, "Dennis, where you going out tonight?" So they asked me to go out with me almost every night.
Everybody wanted to hang out with you because you were
With
fun.
me. Yeah, it was fun though. A lot of other guys would go to restaurants, be all corporate with suits and stuff like that. I go out and drag and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Go hang out at the gay bars.
Right.
So I was cool.
You said that where the most fun was at.
That's what.
You said that's the gay parties, they know how to party.
They know how to party, right?
Yeah, I went to a gay wedding this weekend, man.
Did you?
Oh, my God, in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
How was it?
I'm still recovering.
You recovering?
That was Saturday night.
Was it?
Ugh.
What day is it?
He don't
What
know.
day is
What got you into that
Wednesday,
lifestyle
yeah.
to partying with the gay parties and the going to drag? What got you that way?
I think like I said, I visit a lot of stuff about my life when I'm alone. I think when I was younger, I think that I used to dress as a girl. My sister just put makeup on me, put wigs on me and stuff like that. And I think that that's a vision I always had, just to express myself, as sexuality wise. But to get it the record straight, I never been with a guy, but I love my gay community and stuff like that. So, but I just like being free, being independent.
I bet a lot of guys hit on you though.
Oh yeah,
Because they just think maybe.
maybe right. It wouldn't shock nobody today.
Right.
It wouldn't shock nobody. We figured he was gay. What the hell?
Now let's talk about your daughter, the first daughter that you had, because she's on the documentary also.
That's amazing, huh?
Yeah,
He
she's
said, that's
beautiful.
Dennis's daughter? And she talks like that? She talks like that? Like, wow, yeah, she's cool.
What's the relationship today? Because obviously back then you weren't around her.
No, not at all.
Much at all.
No. I
And
wasn't
it's
around her.
interesting to me because you're such a wanting family type of person from when you were younger,
Right.
to have a daughter and then not even really see her.
Nah, it's one of those things where, when you get someone pregnant and then all of a sudden they see dollar signs and next thing you know, things start to crumble. It's not because you cheated or she cheated. It's more like, okay, great. I found a bigger, better deal. So they take your money, take your baby, take everything. The next thing you know, you have to put them in jail. The baby's in foster care. The next thing you know, all of a sudden things start to crumble like that again. So those are things that helped me with that Chuck dating. That whole thing, my ex-wife and daughter. So we never talked for like 20 years, I think.
Mm-hmm. What was that first conversation like when you did talk to her after all that time?
It was strange because I didn't know what to say. I think it was last year, she had a baby, right? I think you saw in the documentary when I'm holding the baby like this. Like this, I don't know how to hold her, right? Because I'm like, man, it's your baby? She said, hold her closer. I kept doing this. Because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to doing that. So
Right.
It's hard.
Do you think that because you didn't have a father growing up, you didn't know how to be one?
Yeah. I don't. Even then, right? I think that scenarios in my life, a lot of people's lives back then, they didn't have a father back then. So I think if I did had a father back then, I think I would not be here today.
Why you say that?
Just because scenario things, man. A lot of things in my life. If I did something different back then, I think I still wouldn't be here today.
I always wanted to know what made you, allowed you to be so free? Because back then, everybody was judging everything, and you would just F the world. I'm here. Right. I don't care who likes me, who doesn't like me. What gave you that heart?
They would have a bunch of terms for
that.
Well,
I don't know. I just started it, man. I just said whatever, man. I was so lost in my own world. And when I went to San Antonio, and everyone knows San Antonio is more like Bible bumpers. They love church and they love to do the right things and stuff like that. I was way the opposite. I'll be on a plane and I got my hair dyed and have like a skull in my head, and I'll sit on the plane playing Nintendo. And David Robinson sitting right here, and the whole time David Robinson looked at me like this. And he looked at me like I'm the damn devil, So he looked at me the whole time on the flight. I said, "What's wrong, David?" He said, "Why won't you change?" I said, "Change what?" He said, "Just want you to be a part of the system." I said, "What system?" And he just like, that's how me and David really got along like that, So, and again, I said, I don't have to like you to win.
Right.
So back then, people looked at me differently, but I think in the second year in '94, a lot of people started to like me. Because I was just doing something that's out the norm.
Right.
Out the norm. And people say, oh, my God, he's interesting. He's ready. He's good.
And people are like, I wish I could be that free, too.
Be that free, right? So, it's like it just sometimes it pissed me off in society today that all of a sudden things are so free and so equal and da-da-da-da, the right wing, the left wing. But then back in the day, if someone came and they was gay, they'd be recommended for that.
It's still difficult. Malik Yoba was here.
Right.
And he said that he was attracted to trans women.
Right.
But he said he's not gay, and they were all on him like, how could this happen? And like they started crucifying him and going at his kids and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I just look at it like this, man. You know what? I don't know any man on this planet, what color you are, what gender you are. I don't know any man that sit in a locker room. Do not look at another man's penis. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know any man. Don't do that. Okay. I don't know.
You're trying to imply that make people gay. That don't make nobody gay.
I'm just saying. I don't know any man. Don't do that.
Are you saying that you've seen some nice penises, Dennis?
No, I've seen a lot.
That's cool. You've seen some nice penises.
Yeah,
we're not checking
You've
it out.
seen one. You're like, I wish that was mine.
An old white guy walk by, you be like, come on,
I mean, listen. You've seen some. Like, I wish that was mine. Mine don't hang like that.
That's how you think when you I never thought of that.
All right. So either way, just say one thing. I don't even know who you are. I'm just being straight honest. I don't know who you are.
What you mean as far as what?
Your name, where you come from.
Oh, my name is Charlamagne. I'm from South Carolina. Well, Leonard McKelvey from South Carolina.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too,
Cool,
Dennis.
man. Great.
Good.
But anyway, so
But no question.
What was that about? Did y'all see each other in the locker room or something? I'm confused. Like, what was that introduction?
I want to know what was the point of saying that. What was the point you were trying to make?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to break the ice around here, man. I got a question for you guys.
Yes.
While we're on the show right here. It's amazing, though, you know, the fact that we sit there and judge men that want to come out as gay or bisexual. We are judging men and women. But it's amazing, though. Do people ever acknowledge the fact that when a man, I'm not saying it's wrong because I love them, you know, good people. I love everybody in the world. Mm-hmm. But what do you think about the WNBA women?
What do I think about them?
Would you date one of them?
Well, I'm married.
I think they're cool as hell to me. I hang out with those girls all the time.
I mean, you got some beautiful WNBA. And tall women have always been attracted to me.
Tall, like 6'4", 5.
I'm 5'7", but for whatever reason, tall women have always been attracted to me.
5'4".
I'm 5'7". But tall women have always been attracted to me. I'll date a WNBA woman. Why not?
I'm just saying, though, I would love to see WNBA women really show the world. Mm-hmm. They're showing the world right now.
Yeah.
They're very good. I guarantee you, in probably the next couple of years, there will be a couple of women in the NBA.
Hey, Dennis, let me tell you something. Next
in the
time,
NBA, in the
Do you go to
NBA.
the games, the
Yep.
WNBA games and everything?
Yeah, I go to Lakers.
Wait, how
next
do
time
you get more
we
people to go to the games?
Dennis, next time just start with, let's talk about the WNBA.
Yeah.
All right? Would you date one of them? Like,
I would.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would.
You have like random thoughts at times.
That's good.
I do, right?
In the documentary, you said you said this is gonna sound crazy, but you know, if we could have with the Detroit Pistons, we all would have slept with each other.
Absolutely. We would have.
What?
We would have, yeah. That's how close we were.
Yeah.
Connection we
You
had.
mean sleep as far as like room, like bunk bed sleepover?
Yep.
Okay.
What was so special about that Pistons team? Like,
It was just because Isaiah was so passionate about it. Mm-hmm. He wanted to win, just like Magic and just like Jordan. Mm-hmm. He wanted to win so bad and stuff like that. And he was just so great, man, as far as like an ambassador for the game. And he just wanted to do it. And he was the leader and probably the toughest little guy I've ever played with, Isaiah.
Did you have a problem with him and Magic's relationship? Because being back then, y'all weren't buddy-buddy. Y'all weren't friendly. So when you see them kiss and they so close, you're like, man, we got a war to go fight. Did you ever feel that way?
No. It was just a game, man. So.
You think basketball was a God-given talent for you, meaning that when you were younger, it wasn't something that you ever even had considered, but then it just was like, this is your destiny?
No, it took me maybe 30 years to realize what all the things that has translated in my life. You know, as well as like all the trials and tribulations growing up in the ghetto and the projects, seeing the riots with Martin Luther King, white people come down the street, get killed, stabbed, taking their babies away, beaten, stuff like that. I've went back in time and seen all those things, and all of a sudden, man, I said, wow, I'm lucky as fuck, man. Mm-hmm. I was telling myself in my books, I said, you know, someone has a hand on my shoulders and said, you're not going nowhere. You got things to live for. You got something to say.
Right.
So we want you to stay here.
Do you believe in God?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What was you said that racism didn't really bother you when you was playing for that town in college and they used to call you nigga every day?
Oh, every day.
Why didn't it bother you?
Because I didn't know anything about that. Mm-hmm. You know, so when in a town when white people come down, throw things at you. Give you guys a story. I was dating a white girl in Durant, and I was living with a white family. I had the white kid with me, so I was going into the dorms, and these two white guys came and grabbed me and grabbed the white kid, put us down.
What?
They did something to the kid?
Tissue right here, my brother. Tissue right.
No, S.
So clearly it did bother you more than you let on.
Absolutely.
The racism.
No, it wasn't racism. It's just the fact that no, I didn't look at color back then. It was just like when these guys came and got me in, the little kid, and my little kid was real close. I didn't look at him as a white guy, like white kid. And they took us to the park, and the girl I was hanging out with, they took me to a tree, and one of the guys was beating me. Another guy went and got a shotgun and put it in my face and said,
Oh my God.
if we ever see you touch another white woman, the next time we see you, we gonna blow your head off. And they had a gun to that little boy's head. And he said, you know, if you ever see you with this nigger, we're gonna shoot you too. So took the white girl with them, and me and him, and we stayed there. We sat there, and the little white boy hugged me and said, he said, I'm glad you're all right, Dennis. And the white boy didn't even look at me. If I was black or not, he just made sure I was okay.
Right.
And we got in the car, and he took me back to his house, and he made sure I was safe. That's a story you don't see. I got a lot of stories like that, but I just don't talk too much about that. But that's one of them.
But clearly it bothered you, though.
Oh, yeah, it bothered me.
Yeah.
It bothered me today because, you know, it just sucks how people look and view people today, man. And when people sit there and talk about Mexicans and whites and Chinese and people from North Korea, it just bothers me now because I don't know why we can't fucking get along because, you know, we live with these people fucking every day. You got people from North Korea, South Korea, around the world, and we sit there and bitch and complain about shit. And it's just, you know, it just beats me up sometimes, and it hurts.
So the criticism, when you struggled with the criticism you were receiving when you were going and coming from North Korea, it was because you were trying to bring people together and you didn't understand why.
I didn't understand why. I just, you know, like I said, I was so blinded by just trying to make people happy. And same thing, you know, my agent over there said, you know, he's been one of my soul rocks in the last 22 years. He said, I need to protect you, and because things are not going well. And so I had to basically hide out in New Jersey for 40 days.
That's wild. I wondered that on the 30 for 32 because it put the whole relationship with you and Kim Jong-un in a different perspective because I was sitting there like, all Dennis is really trying to do is make peace. And I'm like, why don't we want peace with these people?
I don't know, man. It's just like I said, I'm not a politician, you know, and a lot of people don't hear me talk too much around the world. I've been low-key for a long time, you know, been fighting with alcohol and stuff like that, you know. My agent over there, he's been sold for 11 years, and he's got a book out called Aiming High, and I've been trying to get on that path, but that's very difficult for me because, you know, I'm so used to doing what I'm doing, and those bumps in the road keep piling up sometimes, but, I'm getting there. I'm getting there with the help of a lot of people, so I'm getting there.
How long have you been sober now?
The last 4 months.
That's good.
That's great.
Just trying. That's about it. Like I said,
congratulations, bro.
Word.
Yeah, so
I've been sober for 4 years.
right.
And by sober, I mean not cheating on my wife.
Okay. That's good, right?
That's good.
That's
I
good,
should be
right?
applauded.
Well, I know you should be, right?
Has any NBA team, you know, contact you trying to hire you for you know what you've done and the fact that no player has done what you've done?
You want me to say that?
Rebounding?
You want me to say it?
Yeah.
No, not you, him.
Oh.
You want me to say it? Well, you know, that is shocking, huh? No one's ever approached me at all, you know. But Jerry West's a good friend of mine for the Clippers. He did a great job, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Kawhi Leonard, right? And the other guy, George, right? But he approached me and said, Dennis, you know, what you want to do with the rest of your life? I said, oh, man, I don't know. He said, you want to coach or you want to do something in the league? I said, if the opportunity comes, yes. But no one's ever asked me that, to do anything with the league. Because I think, you know what, when I was in L.A., I was dating Jeannie Buss. That's one of them, too.
Oh, you should date Jeannie Buss?
Oh, yeah, before Phil.
God damn, you got a nice little roster, Dennis. What white woman haven't you slept with?
Oh, well. No, back to the story, right?
Back to the story.
Yeah, you know, what is the story?
Now about you possibly working for the Clippers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get that job. I want to take his job.
Jerry West?
No, I wanted him to mentor me.
Oh, okay.
I respect Jerry. I love Jerry for a long time. Good guy, man.
What would you do with the Clippers, though?
What do I do with them?
Yeah.
Remember what I do with them?
I'm saying, what would the position be?
Just a consultant special to Jerry West.
Oh, okay.
Especially to him, because he's going to retire soon. He's 81. 81, so he's going to retire soon. So if I get the job, that's going to be my next role to replace him.
I can see you helping Kawhi, though, because Kawhi, I like Kawhi. Great ball player. Need a little help off the court. Just a little bit.
What happened?
I'm just saying as far as, like, branding-wise. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to brand someone like Kawhi because when you're getting $180 million for 4 years, why you got to brand yourself?
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
So you get all that, but why are you branding yourself?
His branding is kind of who he is.
It's who he is, right?
Because that's what we know him for. It would be weird for him to switch it up now.
Switch it up, right?
So you was only doing that to make more money back in the day.
Oh, him?
No, you.
I had no country with money. I just thought I was just doing it for fun. I never wanted money. Yeah. I was just going out having a good time. I didn't even check a bank account.
What was your mom saying during all this?
Well, she wasn't around. You didn't see the documentary?
I did. I
did.
watched it. I started talking throughout it.
No, we didn't really talk.
But I didn't know if you all ever had any like side conversations, or she might try to hit you up and be like, "What's going on?"
Oh no, she hit me up. But I love my mother. It's just we just got this weird relationship right now. The fact that I just want to put my foot forward to accept the fact that I can't let go of what happened when she kicked me out. I think that's the biggest thing for me. I can't let that go.
She felt like what she did was best for you.
That's what I was telling you, right? I think it was best for me, but I think that's the biggest thing between me and my mother. That that one part of that of my life right there, I just can't let that go for some reason. But I've been going back and forth. When I do see her, I don't talk to her because I think like that. When I see her, I was like, that's the only thing I think about.
Have you ever had a conversation with her?
You said you wouldn't be here right now if this didn't happen.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't be here right now if she didn't kick you out.
Right.
At 20. And you were 20.
It was 20 years. A lot of things like that, the same scenario. If I would have made that wrong turn, every time I went out to go to the gym, if I would look to my right and turn to my right, I would have been a drug dealer because my mother and my father, they were selling bricks of cocaine every fucking day.
You're too tall to be a drug dealer.
No, I was short then.
Okay.
I was your size then.
Okay.
So I shot up there. So, yes.
What's interesting about parents, right? You realize as you get older, they had their own issues that they were dealing with too. And you have conversations with them, you realize why they did the things that they did. Like with my father, it made me easy to forgive him when I realized he was dealing with alcohol addiction and substance abuse, and he had his own mental health issues. So I had a different appreciation for him as I got older because I understood he was going through his own struggles.
Yeah, it was pretty bad back then. But anyway, so yeah, I'm in New York. God, the traffic is bad.
Yeah.
It's bad here.
You know what I wanted to ask you?
You were born in Jersey, right?
I was born in Trenton. Was I?
Was it?
So I think I was born in Trenton. I moved to Dallas like when I was 6 months.
You don't even know what planet you were born on.
I know, right? I was born in Trenton. I was born. He lives in Livingston, so Livingston, New Jersey, Darren. So yeah, anyway, so
they're gonna be looking you up now, Darren. But go ahead.
We're doing all this stuff. So anyway, we got this thing in Miami coming tomorrow.
What is it?
Dave Grubman.
Yeah.
Dave Grubman, that guy.
Live.
Live. Yeah. So we're doing a party down there. Doing for the 30 for 30.
Oh, that's
so what's the CBD thing you got behind you?
The CBD?
Investing in CBD?
Oh, man. Don't we all need it?
Absolutely.
Don't we all?
Help you sleep.
Right there, help you sleep, right? CBD right there. Nourish, right there, nourishgroup.com. If anyone wants it.
Oh, those are some gummies.
Some gummies, right?
Yeah, I'll take it.
You can take it? Come on, take that right there.
There you go, right there. I take mine before I go to bed.
Yeah, Flourish, stuff like that, honey. It ain't got that other stuff in it right now. Know what it is, right?
Yeah, you got the weed in it.
You got the weed in it?
The THC.
The THC, right?
No
You got that one?
No, I'm not doing THC.
That's straight CBD right there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
No
we got the
THC,
lotion, we
please.
got the oils, we got everything, man. Everything for you.
Okay.
I want to ask you, because you're such a peaceful person, you all about unity and bringing people together. So with that said, do you still support Trump?
I love Trump, man. Like I said, I don't look at Trump as a president. I always call him Donald. Hey, Donald, let's go have lunch. All right, great. Even though I tried to date his daughter.
Which one?
I tried to date his daughter.
Ivanka?
Oh, yeah, before she got
You
married.
have lunch with me after trying to date my daughter.
I tried to.
And what happened? She turned you down?
No, she just laughed. So
When y'all have lunch, do y'all like have conversations about what's going on in the
Well,
world?
Donald's always trying to preach to me.
Donald Trump trying to preach to you?
Trying to preach to me. Oh, Dennis, you get your stuff together. Maybe I'll work with you. Dennis, you do this together. We can do this and this. You know how he talks and shit.
Tell him get his shit together.
He making the rich guys richer, right?
He definitely is.
Right.
But he caused so much division though around the world. Like,
division.
What do you? I mean, you're such a peaceful person. Like you bring people together.
No, I kid to Donald when he went to Singapore and said that and people forget that statement he said when he drove to the summit. Mm-hmm. People forgot that one quote. What he said. What was it? Remember what he said when he walked in? Before he walked in. What did he say when he got out the car?
I have no idea.
He said, "I can tell if I like him in 30 seconds." He said that when he just got out the car. I can tell when I like him in 30 seconds or a minute. I can tell. Took him 5.5 hours to figure that shit out. Then next thing you know, he goes in there. Did you see Donald Trump doing this? I like this guy. We can work together. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
You didn't see him do that? Mm-hmm. It was funny as hell. And I said, Kim Jong-un, probably people look at me as this tyrant and stuff like that. I look at him as a guy that treated me well. I don't know anything about the war and stuff like that. I just think that he came upon this whole situation because his father, he was inherited that. Because when I talk to him, he's all about, he wants to come to New York. He wants to go to Madison Square Garden. He wants to be in America and stuff like that. But people don't know that about him. And then when you saw him in Singapore after the summit, what was he doing? He was out in Singapore on the water FaceTiming people. He was out there taking snapshots. Never seen that. Mm-hmm. But he wants to be that guy that changed North Korea slowly. So, he always asks me that, I want 3 things from America. To this day, I won't say it. I won't say it till it's time.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump have in common?
Nothing.
Nothing at all, really?
Nothing. I just think that, when I brought Donald Trump's book to Kim Jong-un as a president, he didn't know who Donald Trump was.
The same way you don't know who I am.
Right?
Yes.
You can go over there right with me, right? Can you?
I don't know. They might not let me come back.
No,
I don't know.
Donald Trump's definitely trying to save you.
What do you do besides this stuff?
Radio, TV, write books. Got a couple books myself.
Do you? Give me one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
You think Donald Trump's a good guy?
Yeah, he's all right. I mean, people think that he's a racist, right? They think he's like this,
He says racist things, though.
Well, like I said, I don't really look at that stuff, man. I don't look at it, either way. It's more like people say, okay, great. Things come in Donald Trump's mouth. That's why the Hispanic community is kind of blaming Donald Trump for a lot of shit right now.
When's the last time you spoke to him?
I haven't talked to Don in a while. When I see him at the golf course in Miami and something like that, yeah, I just want to bump into him.
Y'all ever party together? Ever had a little orgy together or something?
Orgy?
You and the Donald?
You?
No, I never met him.
You went to an orgy?
I had a threesome once in my life. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm too indecisive for threesomes.
Are you?
Yeah, because I don't know what it is.
Guys, girls.
He didn't know whether to go to guy or girl.
That's why you know the guy.
I never been with a guy or girl. I've been with 2 girls before.
2 girls?
Yeah.
How was it?
I like it, but I'm just too indecisive. You don't know where to
Too
nut.
indecisive?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you don't know when to nut.
You don't know where to nut.
I thought this was PG.
Who said that?
You already cursed 3 times.
You cursed 3 minutes.
I thought this was PG.
Is it ever PG when you walk in the room?
No, not really.
Exactly.
Okay, so anyway.
How much credit should you personally get for putting Trump and Kim Jong-un together?
A lot, but he won't give me that credit.
Wow.
He won't give me that credit, but like I told you, I said, I don't care who gets this done. Let's just get it done.
Right.
Let's just get it done. I say it all the time and stuff like that. It's like when I went over there to do the press conference with him, and I got emotional up there. I said, wow, it's amazing. Wow, I'm trying to do something great, and my own country is hating me. And then when Donald went over there, people praised the fuck out of his ass. I'm like, God damn. I was the guy that tried to get the shit together in the beginning, and now he goes over there and get all the accolation.
Yeah.
Shit.
And the United States was distancing themselves. They was like, Dennis Rodman is not a diplomat.
I'm like, God damn. I said, okay, great. Screw it. But now everybody's embracing that right now. So if anything does happen between North Korea and America, like I said, Donald, you did it. You did it. You the one did it, Donald. It's okay.
So what's next for Dennis Rodman?
Well, hold on. And congratulations on getting that guy home, too. From North Korea.
It was cool. It was cool, man. Like I said, it's not my credit. I just think that,
Explain what happened, because I don't even know. What guy did he hold?
It was a journalist.
It was Ken and Bate. Was it Ken and Bate? Ken and Bate.
Ken and Bate.
He gave me credit, so.
Yeah, he definitely was on CNN. He said, I want to thank Dennis Rodman for helping get me home.
Yeah, I just made awareness that he was there. I didn't even know he was there and stuff like that. As I was coming off the plane one trip, and they told me not to look to my left. There was another plane behind ours. It was a private plane taking Kennan Bay out the back door as I was going in. So that's how he got out.
Wow.
So what's next for Dennis Rodman? I know you got to go. What's next for Dennis Rodman?
I got my new podcast. I got all the Instagram, all the stuff, people got. I got a lot of stuff I'm doing right now. I got,
Hopefully,
I got anytickets.com in Houston, man. These guys are cool. Marcus, Dave, Derek, all those guys down there. You ever heard of this company?
Any tickets?
Yeah, they're on the Ticketmasters
Right.
and StubHub. Anytickets.com, big in the world. So
You got a son that play ball, right?
Yeah, he's at Washington State.
They say he gets busy.
Yeah, he's busy. He's like 0.4, 6'9". My daughter's number one soccer player in the world at our age right now. She's 17. She's on UCLA
Good genes.
full ride.
Imagine what you and Madonna's child would have been like.
Right? It's amazing. All the athletes today, all their kids are playing sports, right? And all the athletes today, their kids playing sports. God, Michael Jordan's kids don't play sport.
I know.
The greatest basketball player in the world, kids don't play sports.
But that's how you know the GOAT gene don't get passed on.
Right?
Yeah.
They don't get passed on.
Well, Dennis Rodman, we appreciate you for joining us.
Yeah.
All the love,
30 for
all the
30.
love around here, man.
Thank
All
you
the
for
good,
coming.
all the good love, man.
Is
for
it
all
fun
you
being
people.
sober?
Yeah. Yeah, I smoke a lot of cigars now.
Yeah.
I smoke a lot of cigars, man. So it's fun though. It's entertaining. I think that with the right guidance, with like Darren Prince. I'm sorry, got Darren Prince from Livingston, New Jersey, guy. And his mom. Look him up right there. Look him up. So yeah, it's cool, man. Stay on the right path. It's good.
You may not be impressed by Michael Jordan's sons, but you are by Magic sons, I'm sure. Magic sons.
You're funny. You're funny. He's with Magic all the time, that cat right there. He knows He's with Magic all the time. I know his son. I know his son.
Free.
He's very
DJ
free.
free.
He's very free, right?
Absolutely.
Right? Wow.
Well, it's the Breakfast Club.
It's the Breakfast Club, baby.